No one expected this. Yandy Smith, Mendeecees' pillar of support, is unexpectedly caught in a scandal that has the potential to destroy her life. Rumors of private phone talks, hidden meetings, and an unexpected man have spread like wildfire. When did Mendeecees find out about it? He was outraged beyond belief. Insiders say Yandy has been having an affair behind Mendeecees' back for months. Mysterious disappearances, late-night texts, and cryptic social media posts were all warning signs. What about now? Finally, the truth is emerging. What is the worst? Yandy's associate isn't just any guy. His background has the ability to undo everything she has fought so hard for. Fans are startled, friends are taking sides, and Mendeecees wants answers. Is this betrayal at its worst? Is the story more convoluted than it initially appears? This is not just another rumor, that much is evident. Scandals like this one have the potential to change everything, and the relationship between Yandy and Mendeecees may never be the same after this. Mendeecees Harris and Yandy Smith have long been one of the most popular couples in the hip-hop and reality TV industries. Their love story has been anything but ordinary, from their lavish wedding to their heartbreaking hardships. Fans have seen them argue, make amends, and stick together through scandal after scandal. What about this time? The situation has altered. Yandy has always been protected by Mendeecees. He made it clear that his family comes first after struggling to rebuild his life after serving time in prison. He has talked on trust, loyalty, and his inability to tolerate betrayal. That is precisely why he is outraged by the most recent news. Yandy, on the other hand, has a well-earned reputation for being self-sufficient, strong, and intelligent. She is not just a reality celebrity, but also a boss. She has patiently coped with Mendeecees' background, defended his reputation when others wanted to disparage him, and stood by him when others would have abandoned him. Despite their previous experiences, something has changed. Fans became aware of the issues in recent months. Little things like Yandy attending events alone, cryptic Instagram posts implying troubles, and a noticeable change in Mendeecees' demeanor were the start of it all. Although the couple always maintained a united front, there were rumors that things were strained behind the scenes. Following that, Mendeecees made a shocking comment a few weeks ago on social media. He wrote on Instagram, "I do not believe in wasting my time. I assure you that I will find if I am being played." Fans knew something was wrong at that time, and many began to question if he was discussing business. Was it a troubled friendship, or was Yandy involved? When Yandy sent out her own mysterious letter, the rumors grew even stronger. It is advisable to keep some things to oneself, simply observe. People began to wonder what she was talking about immediately. Was paradise troubled? Before the revelations began, it appeared to be just another incident of mind games on social media. Nevertheless, anonymous sources began to reveal hints about Yandy's hidden connections with an unidentified male. She was spotted eating supper with someone who was clearly not Mendeecees at a secluded location. The biggest surprise of all, however, was a leaked screenshot of a claimed text exchange in which Yandy appeared to be making plans late at night. Fans were skeptical at first. Yandy had never held back in expressing her feelings for Mendeecees, so why would she risk everything now? However, Mendeecees unfollowed her after that, and the internet took off at that moment. Why did Mendeecees unfollow Yandy, given that he had never shared details of his private life on the internet? That was big, and people began to speculate immediately away. Had he uncovered the truth? Was he merely misinterpreting things, or had Yandy genuinely duped him? As the rumor spread, Mendeecees remained mute, with no explanation or denial. But what about his recent interviews and the emotion on his face? He has apparently been enraged, demanding explanations and refusing to accept this, according to those close to him. Who is this strange man? Insiders suggest that this is more than just a casual connection. Therefore, the key question now is how far along this relationship is. This is significantly more profound. When did Mendeecees learn? Everything changed. Mendeecees had always believed that Yandy and he were inseparable. Despite several rumors, betrayals, and even court cases, they had remained strong. Mendeecees had noticed tiny behavioral changes in Yandy for weeks, such as avoiding questions about her whereabouts, staying out later, and making private phone conversations. This time seemed different. She was aloof and hidden, not the same. Furthermore, Mendeecees always had an explanation when she tried to bring it up. It's just business and you're overthinking the problem. I would never do that to you, you know. But something wasn't adding up in the back of my mind. Then it happened. Mendeecees was greatly shaken by a message he got, which he initially thought was a practical joke, someone wanting to cause a commotion. However, when he opened the accompanying photo, his stomach dropped. Yandy was the one, sitting in a fine restaurant across from an unnamed male. Their body language, intimate setting, and dim lighting. Mendeecees' thoughts were racing. What the hell is going on here? Why is she withholding this information from me? What gives the idea that they are more than just friends? He zoomed in on the photo, his heart thumping, looking for any signs that this was all a misunderstanding. It may have been a business meeting, but the way Yandy leaned in, smiled at this man, and almost brushed their hands across the table was significant. Mendeecees received a second message, as if fate wanted to add insult to injury, this time in the form of a screenshot rather than a photo. Leaked conversations, private texts, and what he read made his boil. Yandy, you're always on my mind. Mystery man, exactly. You've been greatly missed. Yandy, I had a great night, and it's not going to end. Don't allow it, mystery man. Yandy, I just need time to figure things out. What does that mean? Mendeecees turned off his phone. His mind was racing. His heart was beating. This was more than a rumor. It was not just speculation. Yandy had tricked him, and she had been sneaking discreetly behind him. Worst of all, she had a strong emotional attachment with this man. This was no casual encounter. For the first time in years, Mendeecees faced the worst form of betrayal. This was not a meaningless exercise, but rather a personal one. The secret communication spread like wildfire throughout the internet, leaving admirers startled. Some were dubious and continued to defend Yandy, while others had been suspecting something for weeks. I had a suspicion something was up because she had been acting strangely for the past minute, which Yandy would never do. It must be a forgery. Mendeecees must leave her immediately if this is the case. I need time to figure things out, she truly said. No, that's crazy. The most stunning revelation was yet to come, because the mystery man's identity was revealed just when everyone thought they had all the answers. And it wasn't just any old guy. It was Yandy's former acquaintance. Mendeecees was taken aback when he saw the name of this individual, who he had previously considered a friend. Long before Mendeecees became involved, the unknown man had a past relationship with Yandy and was a ghost from their past, a man who had once been Mendeecees' close friend. This was not just a betrayal on Yandy's behalf, it was a setup. And now, he returned to Yandy's life. Mendeecees didn't mince words as he returned to his position in her hug. He immediately posted a vague yet impactful message on social media, emphasizing the importance of loyalty and avoiding betrayal. Inexcusable. That was all that was required, and the internet took off. Fans knew Mendeecees was referring to Yandy right away, but the fact that he was also condemning betrayal suggested that this wasn't just a simple breakup. According to others close to the marriage, Mendeecees was enraged and sought retaliation rather than mourning. He was calling, asking information, and threatening to divulge everything. Did Yandy respond? She said nothing. Nothing to say, no explanations, you not deny. The final twist came when it was revealed that Yandy and the unnamed man had been meeting for months, causing others to fear the worst. Mendeecees was aware of the alterations long before anyone suspected anything, which means that this was not an error. It was nothing new. It was an affair, and Mendeecees thought he had hit his lowest point when another devastating revelation was discovered. Yandy's past was not the only tie to the strange man. There was unfinished business between him and Mendeecees, who had been waiting for the perfect time to re-enter Yandy's life. And now, Mendeecees had to decide whether to fight back and make the world aware of what was going on behind closed doors, or to walk away and let this go. Do you know Mendeecees? According to those close to him, this is just the beginning, therefore he had no intention of giving up lightly. But what if Yandy thought this was the end? She was entirely mistaken. The drama reached a new level just when it looked like things couldn't get much worse. Mendeecees' cryptic post and Yandy's suspicious messages with her new mystery boyfriend had already created a stir on social media. While the media was in a frenzy and fans were guessing, the story was far from over. Late one evening, an undeniable video was leaked online, proving that Yandy had been meeting up with this anonymous man in secret. Yandy and the man were caught leaving a hotel together in broad daylight, and it was clear from the video that they were more than just friends. There were no wobbly or fuzzy features, and they were walking side by side, beaming and joking, as if nothing else mattered. The internet went utterly crazy when the video showed them holding hands. Twitter was bombarded with responses in a matter of minutes. This is incredible. Is Yandy actually moving like this out here? No, Mendeecees is worthy of better. She has been playing him for a fool. They are always the ones pretending to be innocent. SMA. However, the fact that the recording was supposedly released by someone close to Yandy just added to the shock of the situation. Rumors circulated that this was an inside job rather than random paparazzi footage. Someone wants to ensure that this film is released to the public at the worst possible time. The published video not only confirmed the rumors, but it also intensified them. Instead of asking, is Yandy actually seeing someone else? To Yandy got caught in the act. After that, the link could no longer be denied. The reaction was quick. Yandy faced a storm of nasty and supportive comments on social media, and the reactions were brutal. Those who had previously backed her abruptly abandoned her, accusing her of betraying Mendeecees and exposing her as a hypocrite. However, the biggest surprise of all was still to come. Mendeecees shouted out while fans were busy analyzing the leaked video. In an unexpected turn of events, Mendeecees answered on Instagram with a simple but powerful message that said a lot without saying much. In his message, he stated that loyalty comes first. Some people overlook that. Just that one sentence was enough to shake the entertainment business. Mendeecees finally addressed the issue with this cryptic comment after being silent for too long. He was clearly furious and determined not to let Yandy get away with this simply. Fans and followers began to connect as soon as the post went viral. Mendeecees' words were vague, but it was clear that he felt betrayed and was willing to reveal his personal issues. However, it remained unclear how much he genuinely knew. What would happen next? Another bombshell was dropped before the internet could recover. Unexpectedly, a second video arrived, but it did not feature Yandy. Mendeecees was the focus. The footage shows him arguing aggressively with a woman who is not Yandy. The audio was unclear, but their body language indicated that they were fighting, which was ugly, as they stood outside a nightclub. The footage sparked yet another round of debate. Who was the woman in question? Did Mendeecees also cheat? Suddenly, the tale was about both of them, not just Yandy's alleged adultery. As more discoveries came in, the environment became increasingly tumultuous. Insiders revealed that Mendeecees had previously been seen with an unnamed woman. One source adds that it's obvious that there's something going on between them because they've been spotted together several times. The web was on fire. Supporters were torn between criticizing Mendeecees for his alleged double life and standing up for him. The story was no longer straightforward. It had evolved into a full-fledged scandal with no obvious resolution in sight. There were yet more twists and turns to come. Yandy took an unexpected step by going live on Instagram to openly address the matter. She was noticeably irritated as she sat in front of the camera, determined to fix the record. "I've been silent long enough," she murmured, her voice quivering slightly. "However, you must understand that every story has two sides, and you are only hearing one of them." Despite her enigmatic statements, Yandy made it clear that more was going on behind the scenes than anyone was aware of. She hinted Mendeecees was not innocent, but she did not expressly deny the allegations. She went on, "I've sacrificed a lot and been faithful for years, but you have to prioritize yourself eventually. Neither he nor I are perfect." Yandy ended her live broadcast with that, leaving the audience with more questions than answers. Did she admit having an affair, or was she attempting to blame Mendeecees? The drama seemed unlikely to end very soon, as it had already reached a boiling point. The public feud between Yandy and Mendeecees showed no signs of abating, with the internet continuing to speculate. Both sides were playing their cards carefully because the situation had gotten out of hand, and they knew that their next move might either save or destroy their reputation. Yandy aired a cryptic Instagram live, and the internet went bananas. Everyone was divided by how she dodged accountability while insinuating that Mendeecees was not innocent. After everything Mendeecees allegedly did to her, some fans trusted her and believed she had every right to move on. Others didn't believe her and chastised her for getting caught red-handed on hotel camera while portraying the victim. Then, something much more significant happened. When the news was picked up by big celebrity gossip sites such as Hollywood Unlocked and The Shade Room, the real firestorm began. One post on The Shade Room featured two side-by-side videos. One showed Mendeecees shouting aggressively with another girl outside a club, while the other showed Yandy leaving the hotel with an unnamed gentleman. What's the caption? Who is the real problem? Did Mendeecees provoke this scenario in the first place, even if Yandy was discovered with her new man? The comment section devolved into chaos, with some defending Yandy and others writing, "No, Yandy got caught in 4K. Stop making excuses for her." Others also commented, "Yandy has had enough of Mendeecees. Let her live," with one widely shared comment saying, "Mendeecees have been outside." At the same time, Hollywood Unlocked made another stunning announcement. Mendeecees was scheduled to go on a big podcast to tell the side of the tale. According to insiders, Mendeecees meant to divulge every detail of his relationship with Yandy, not just discuss the cheating allegations. An unidentified source stated, "Mendeecees is done sheltering Yandy. He is prepared to divulge all of his secrets. A man will drag you through hell, and when you eventually move on, he'll act like you did him dirty." Yandy responded to this news in the most unexpected way conceivable, with a dubious tweet. The members of the Love and Hip Hop cast were unable to sit silent any longer, and fans immediately saw it as proof that Yandy had stopped being kind. "Some men just can't take it when the tables turn," tweeted Erica Mena, who has had her own share of public relations trouble. Lil Scrappy's ex-girlfriend Bambi commented on Instagram, "Are you surprised? Mendeecees have been acting abnormally. Let us not pretend to be spanking new." Then, during an Instagram live, Scrappy's mother, Mama D, went all in on Yandy. "I told you all that Yandy was not innocent, Chile. That girl is a long-term planner. Watch how this plays out." It was clear that the entire company was following this development like it was a soap opera. Next came podcasters and radio hosts. Mendeecees needs to accept responsibility for his role in the situation, according to DJ Envy and Charlemagne the God, who spoke about it on The Breakfast Club. Joe Budden chimed in on his show and mocked Yandy, claiming she had been planning her next move for months. Do you really believe Yandy was caught by chance? Fans were divided over Yandy and Mendeecees' mind games, so it wasn't an accident. Sis had been laying the framework for this storyline. Team Yandy supporters believe she was simply rediscovering her delight, and she didn't need to explain anything to anyone. "I need Yandy to start dropping receipts. Mendeecees have cheated for years." Yandy eventually became tired and moved on. "Sister, expose him. How about Team Mendeecees?" They would not allow her get away with it. "There's no justification. She simply cheated. Mendeecees aren't perfect, but Yandy's behavior is wrong. She is playing the victim, and you are taking it too personally." With hashtags like #YandyExposed and #Mendeecees trending for hours, Twitter became a battlefield. In an attempt to expose the person who had been lying for years, some fans began poring over old Love and Hip Hop videos. Twitter was bombarded with memes comparing Yandy's situation to historical scandals. This is giving Beyonce and Jay-Z drama. But imagine if Solange was exposing Bill Peck of them. Read one of the most popular tweets. It was insane when Mendeecees surfaced in another meme with the line, "Men enjoy being players until the game plays them." And just when it seemed like things couldn't get much worse, a third shocking revelation drastically changed the course of events. Because Yandy's strange man was eventually identified late that evening. So, who was he? This was the most major twist to date. Discussions, reactions, and ongoing speculation about Yandy's alleged affair were already burning on the internet. However, nothing could have prepared supporters for what was about to unfold, because Yandy's mystery man's identity has now been exposed. It started with murmurs at first. Certain gossip blogs claim to have insider information that can identify the man. However, a popular TikTok user known for revealing major celebrity scandals later posted a side-by-side image comparison, which startled social media. The internet went insane as soon as fans saw it, because this was no average guy. This was no ordinary businessman or unknown romantic interest. Mendeecees had a tight friendship with Yandy's hidden partner, an old business associate, a childhood pal. Mendeecees had once placed all of her trust in this man. What is his name? That is Marcus Green, a name that should seem familiar. Marcus wasn't just any old friend. He was the one who had a severe disagreement with Mendeecees years ago about money issues that were never resolved. However, rumors had long spread that Mendeecees and Marcus had a deeper rivalry than merely commerce. Unverified rumors arose that Marcus accused Mendeecees of robbing him of opportunities, pushing him out of the company, and betraying him. And now, Marcus seems to have just gotten the ultimate punishment. The fans went nuts. This is not simply cheating, it is war. Yo, this is crazy. Yandy is with Mendeecees' enemy? Twitter erupted with the comment, "Mendeecees must be losing his mind right now." Major gossip sites began to cover it. It was hard to ignore the betrayal. Then, without warning, Mendeecees did something unexpected. He went live. Mendeecees spoke up for the first time since the story started. When he went live on Instagram, he immediately received over 100,000 followers. Everyone, including bloggers, celebrities, and fans, wanted to watch his reaction. He stayed mute at first. All he did was gaze at the camera. His energy was controlled, and his expression was unreadable. However, what about his eyes? They were angry. Finally, he said something. "I'm going to say it just once. You have no idea what's going on." That was all that was required, and the comment section went bananas, with many pleading for clarity. Some accused him of attempting to shift blame, while others urged him to disclose the truth. It was clear that Mendeecees was not going to take this lying down. Then came the most surprising discovery of all. Mendeecees stated, "I got receipts," while looking directly into the camera. "When I let them go, the world will see Yandy's true identity." What exactly did Mendeecees mean when he abruptly ended the live? The audience was shocked. What receipts were he referring to? And was there something more substantial going on in the background? There was little question that this affair was far from over. Mendeecees wasn't only injured, he was hunting for evidence. Yandy's reputation may never be restored. Aim for the future. This drama is just getting started, and you won't want to miss what happens next. Yandy may be done for good if Mendeecees promised to drop receipts that could change everything turns out to be true. So, what are your thoughts? Was this a calculated attempt to damage Mendeecees, or was Yandy merely going about her day? And do you believe Mendeecees possesses substantial evidence that could uncover Yandy's secrets? This scandal is becoming increasingly strange, so please provide your thoughts in the comments area below. If you wish to get future updates on this intriguing article, click the like button. You already know that more astonishing revelations are on the way, so if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications to make sure you don't miss a single twist. Believe me, you'll want to be here for every update because this isn't over. Keep an eye out.